I put my trust in you, and I trust in our love. I put my trust in you, I put my trust in love. I put my trust in you, and I trust in our love. I put my trust in you, I put my trust in love.
Hello, friends. My name is Dane Miller.
Oh, hey there, friends. My name's Niall Spain. We're your fuck buddies. Didn't you know?
Are you new to these parts? We haven't seen you around this town, and we're
Traveler.
a pretty small settlement.
Lay your hat down, traveler. Take a seat.
You staying up in the old McGillicuddy Ranch?
Heard there's been some spooky goings on around there.
I wouldn't drink the well water.
If it's even water at this point. Guess we're being spooky again.
Yeah, damn it! It is Halloween.
I thought you were going
comes
for
out.
like Skyrim NPC for a bit.
I don't really know what I was doing. I found it on the way. I was also on a journey.
Simply put, we find questions either online from our wonderful listeners. We answer them right here, right now about sex and dating.
Maybe we do. Maybe we don't.
Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But this week we will be answering questions on help. Found my boyfriend's poop scale.
I honestly don't know what questions I'm gonna do, and I think I'm gonna vibe check it. I think it's gonna be a trick or treat situation where I'm gonna
Holy
reach
shit.
into the thing of candy that I have, the cauldron of candy, and I'm just gonna grab a handful and throw it at you.
And asked one of my friends, can I be next? Is this irreversibly damaged?
You
Can't
watching
believe you're
horror
gonna
movies?
ruin my cool question streak. Two of my
I'm
best
sorry.
questions. Now
This
we can't
is-
clip that.
This is Patreon. This is Pillow Talk. This is the Wild West. This is me running around. Is this Patreon? I just realized
No, it's not.
we're not
It's
doing
not.
a Patreon episode.
We're not doing a Patreon episode at all.
That
can.
changes my energy entirely.
Should we begin again?
No, this is
Okay.
it. This is what we're doing.
Okay.
It's not Halloween. It is it is after Halloween. And it is November. How
Maybe we
you
should
doing?
start again.
No, this is just what we are. This is just what
Okay.
we're doing.
Do I watch horror movies? Yeah, I do, but I guess we'll save that for Patreon.
We'll talk about that on Patreon. And
Yeah.
We'll talk about Pillow Talk.
You ready for our first question? I'll give you a minute to sit down.
Yeah, I'll
Cool.
take off all my makeup and costume that I'm currently wearing.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right. I know people have been sad. We haven't had enough questions about poop lately, so I got you. Found my boyfriend's poop scale. All right. Moved in with my boyfriend about 4 months ago. We've been together almost 2 years, but existing in the same apartment has made me aware of his strange behaviors and habits. Since we began dating, I knew how much he cared about his health. He tracks his diet, works out every single day, and is constantly researching supplements/diet trends. Obsessively, almost. It's all he wants to talk about. It can get annoying, but it hasn't been a big deal breaker for me. He's genuinely sweet, emotionally available, and my family loves him. But living with him has been a different story. The degree of his obsession has become clear, and it's getting worse. Here's an example from last month. We're watching TV, and I get up to get a snack. He asked if I could grab him some fruit leather. I was walking back to the couch, I opened it up for him and took a small bite. It was super tiny, like half the size of a dime. He got unreasonably annoyed, explained he needs to accurately record his caloric intake, and now that I've eaten some, he can't use the total list on the wrapper. He asked me to grab him a new one, but it was the last one in the box. So he stormed out, got a kitchen scale to measure the new weight of the leather compared to the weight listed on the wrapper, and barely spoke to me for the rest of the night. I was pretty shocked, but shrugged it off and didn't really think about it. That was last month. Yesterday, I discovered something that may lead to the end of our relationship. Got home early from work, rushed straight to the bathroom to pee. On the counter next to the sink is a digital scale, kind of like a postage scale, with a large cereal bowl resting on top. The bowl caught my eye first because it had a picture of Tommy's face from Rugrats on the inside. I'd never seen it before. I picked it up to check it out. That's when I got a whiff of something. It was faint, but noticeable smell of poop. Next to the scale is a spray bottle of avocado oil and a piece of paper with a bunch of numbers written on them. It's a daily calendar. Some days had nothing. Others had numbers ranging from 0.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds. At this point, I was confused and curious, so I called out to him, who works from home. He got to the bathroom door, but looked super pale. I asked what was up with the scale and the Rugrats bowl, and he fumbled over some words until he said his chinchilla, he has a chinchilla, has been sick, and he's been weighing him to make sure he's not losing too much weight. This explained the poo smell, but didn't make sense in any other way. I told him there's no way his chinchilla weighs less than a pound and fluctuates that much over a few days.
I was gonna say this chinchilla's very sick.
So sick, man. And he smells like human shit also. This is what he broke down. He
I
started
believe
tearing
that.
up and confessed he's been weighing his poops for the last year. He went off on this explanation about how it's giving him valuable data about how efficient his metabolism is. I don't know. It was fucking weird. I was disturbed, but I was also curious to know how the process even worked. He said he holds the bowl under his butt in the toilet while he poops, then dumps it back in after he's taken the weight. He uses the avocado oil to spray down the bowl first so the poop doesn't stick. I don't know. He's been hiding the scale and bowl under the sink and forgot to put it away this time. Keeps trying to convince me it's not that unusual, and there are people on this weightlifting forum he's a part of that have done it for years. Really weirded out, and I'm not sure I can get over it. I slept on the couch last night and told him I needed some space. I don't know what to do. Would you be able to get over something like this? I think it's the end of my relationship.
Honestly, it wouldn't even take me the poop bowl to get to the end of the line on this bad boy. I think anyone who gets this obsessive about anything is not going to be a good partner.
Unless they're this obsessed about treating you right.
About being a good partner. It gets to the point, like the like bite of the food and like losing their mind over that and then weighing it. Like, what does this guy do that he requires this accurate? Like, I get, look, if you're Chris fucking Evans getting ready to reprise your role as,
Even then,
but I mean, like, at least there's like I agree with you. I don't think anyone should go to the lengths in which people are going to maintain a physical form. But like, if your job is to look incredibly jacked and chiseled and ripped on a Hollywood mega blockbuster, then like, okay, I can understand why you're being this obsessive. My dude works from home, presumably at some office job or something. Like, his life doesn't require him to be this militant about his fucking fruit snacks.
no, 100%.
And I find, and I'm sorry if this, all of our muscleheads out there, I'm sorry, but I find that the people who are this strict
Don't do it,
about
Dane.
their diet
Don't do
and
it.
their workout are so temperamental. And I can only assume it's because they are so hungry
Probably.
or like actually malnourished, because the only thing they're putting in their body is, 87 grams of protein per meal as opposed to like fiber and, vitamins.
Yeah, like eating disorders don't just go one way. Like if you're to this level, it's very possible that you have an eating disorder. And it's like if you're just getting
I would say that he does. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're getting the new like diet and your new whatever just off like TikTok, because it seems to be he's keeping up to date with the trendy things. They always end up being horrendously bad for you a couple weeks later, if not days, if not, whatever. And all these influencers are all fucking liars anyway. Like, look at the Meat King guy or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, steroids. Like, it's a really dangerous world. And it's like, I will say, like, being in Vancouver recently was like kind of eye-opening because like people over there are really weird about their health. Like everyone's jogging and hiking all the time. And like a lot of people were like casually just like dropping like, oh, the calories and the blah, blah, blah. And me and my partner were like looking at each other like, I don't know any of the things that I put in my body. They just go in. And people were like shocked by that.
Yeah.
I don't
and
think that's
also,
healthy.
like with specifically what you're talking about with like social media, like health influencers. I watched a really great video the other day because like, look, I'm going to peel back the curtain a little bit. Is I'm also doing some research on eating. I've put on an excessive amount of weight over the past like 3 years, pretty much since the pandemic ended. I was doing all right during the pandemic because I had time to work out and I was cooking and I was eating well. Once I returned back to work and all the podcasts like started becoming more successful and we got busier, my health and my eating has gone down drastically in terms of quality and taking care of myself. So I'm kind of on the upswing of I'm nearing 40. I'm creeping towards 40, and I don't want to be one of those 40-year-olds who doesn't like looking himself in the mirror. Who can't walk right because their legs are so fucked and their ankles are so fucked. So I'm looking into it. As you said, like there's so much misinformation out there, and there's also so much contradicting information. I watched this really funny video of this dude who was like, what it would be like if you made a diet based on like TikTok influence or whatever, and it was literally, it's like, this is good for you. And then he's like preparing his like whatever that is. And it's like, corn is bad for you. He's like, only eat raw veggies. Raw veggies are terrible. And it's just like, he just stitched
every
together
single thing
like
immediately contradicted by
like
somebody else.
nine different like rotating influencers who like either contradicted themselves based, like what they had previously said, or one dude being like, this is the only way to do it and any other way is bad, and then like another person being like, if you're doing this, you're ruining your body. And it's like,
Yeah.
there's no, like, the science is already out there, and if you look at actual science, it's like your body requires X, Y, and Z. And that's it, right? And if you want to lose weight, you have to burn more calories than you intake. That's it. There's no mystery to it. There's no hidden trick or hack. It's just work off more calories than you consume.
Yeah.
That's it.
While
you will lose weight.
making sure you still get enough nutrients for your body
Yes.
to function correctly. And like all these things where it's like, don't have carbs. No. Don't have fat. No. Your body needs those things to live.
Yeah, and it's important to like just understand how it works, right? It's like carbs are our body's fuel.
Mhm.
And if you don't have fuel, you're not going to be able to work out efficiently. If
Yeah.
you're skipping carbs, you don't have the energy to do the things you need to do. And like, we can go into the science of it all, being like, well, the fat is the reserve energy. So if you don't have carbs, it goes right to fat. But you're doing it at a detriment either way. This man has either has an eating disorder and potentially, probably, if I were to guess, some level of body dysmorphia,
For sure.
which is why which I think is probably like the main triggering factor for men with eating disorders, is the idea of like, we've talked about it before. We talked about it with the Travis Kelce thing ages ago, of being like, men don't often see average men. Like there is
No.
really no average man.
Just shredded
represented.
man.
Yeah.
Shredded man on TV, or like man who doesn't matter on TV.
Wheedly nerd or schlubby schlub man. Like those
Yeah.
are sort of the three archetypes of man. And really only one of them is a successful person, typically.
Yeah, and the thing is, the schlubby nerd or the like bigger whatever are always like, look, funny side character, or like guy who maybe eventually will become person of worth, i.e. muscle man. Yeah. No, it's really bad. Like when, and again, men's body issues do get glossed over pretty frequently and pretty regularly, which is shitty. But it's crazy that we've gone this far without talking about the poop scale.
Because like I just don't think it matters. Like I think it's like, I understand why this might be the nail of the coffin of a personal relationship, but like if I was dating anybody who took their hobby or whatever to the extent of being like, you altered something tiny and now I'm going to spiral and treat you poorly because of it.
Yeah, no, I do agree. Like the fact that one, getting upset, but two, like, oh, you didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. Why are you dating this person?
Yeah.
There's very few things that deserve not being talked to for the rest of the night. And like, they're pretty catastrophic things.
And look, I also think that like, and maybe this is again because I'm getting older and I'm with someone I love dearly, and the necessity of sort of like performative relationship stuff has kind of been pushed to the peripherals, and we just enjoy spending time with each other. But like, the best part of like being with someone you love and are comfortable with, it's like, do you not want to share meals? Like
Yeah.
when you go out to eat, do you not want to just be like, oh, this looks like a fun restaurant, and not have to be like, well, do they have, unseasoned plain chicken breast and rice and broccoli for me? Well, we can't eat there. I can't.
Yeah.
Like that.
Also, genuinely, like, and again, I'm sure someone out there who's way more healthy and fit than me is going to yell at me for this, but like, why go out? I mean, like, if you're going somewhere and you're like, give me a plain chicken breast, give me plain rice, give me, if you're out for a friend's birthday and stuff, it's like, okay, but like, one, look at the restaurants you're going to. Don't just order random shit off the menu and expect people to fucking do your shit. Like, I don't go to a healthy place and be like, deep fry everything. Like, don't go order custom bullshit. And if you're getting stuff that's just plain boring ass food, maybe eat at home, save yourself some fucking money. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
man.
It's like, do you not go out to eat? Like, do you have to research the restaurant? Can you not just pop into a bar and have a drink and be like, oh, well, they
Nope.
don't have my, like, it just seems so stifling and so unfun that, like, the other day, my partner and I, we just went out to like a place that does like sliders. We just ate a bunch of sliders.
Beautiful.
And it's like, if I wouldn't want to date someone in which I have to be like, well, we can't go here because everything they serve has bread and you don't eat bread. So it just, it seems unenjoyable to date someone. And like, look, if you both were these fitness nuts and you were on the same track, then I guess you're compatible. I don't necessarily think it's healthy or fun, but
no, it does seem like too much. But also, it's like when you're the person with this thing, like, it's on you, right? Like, it's not on everybody else to fucking, like when she eats that thing, you shouldn't be blowing up at her for it. You should be like, okay, that's on me that I want to be this regimented and shit. So like, I'm not going to take it out on you. This is a me thing because I'm the one who's out of the norm here. It's
If
weird to put
you're-
it on other people.
If your shit is, and I guess quite literally in this sense, is so delicate that a bite of fucking like fruit snack is going to throw your whole fucking life into disarray, then whatever you're doing isn't working,
No,
right? Like if it's that,
you're on the
Razor
razor's edge
thin?
at every
Yeah.
second. No.
if that's how like how small the margin is for error of whatever regiment you're doing, then you're not being successful.
Because
Like,
what
it's
about
not-
spiders?
what about spiders?
Right,
Are you
every
counting the
night.
spiders?
How many are you eating? 8.
What's the protein content of a spider? What are the carbs, the
I
calories
bet
of
this
a spider?
fucker knows. What if he walked through honey to get to you? Sugary spider,
Sugary spider. Those
sugary
are
spoods.
I want the real story here. The real question is your chinchilla actually sick?
Yeah, that's also a wild lie. Like, what if she's bonded with this chinchilla and now she's upset?
But I will say chinchillas do stink. So it's a good cover.
Okay.
They are
Hey, you
stinky
know
little
what's-
guys.
You know what's another reason to dump this man? He's fucking up your plumbing. You wanna know why he's fucking up your plumbing? He's covering his poop in oil before dumping it back in the toilet.
just-
And you know
no,
what
that's
happens?
fine.
You don't put oil down the sink for a reason. If you put it in your toilet, same
It just
thing's
makes
gonna
everything
happen.
go faster. Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
Chaos
sure.
Emeralds. You always mix those two up. Sonic reference.
Very weird one.
No, not really. I mean, when he gets the Chaos Emeralds, he becomes supersonic and goes even faster. So makes exact sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Get with
Do you
the
know why
times,
they're called
dude.
Chaos Emeralds?
'Cause they're
Why are they
chaotic.
chaos?
They're powerful.
Good.
Dump
Do you
this
want to
man.
ask? Do you want to ask trick or treat?
Yeah, hit me.
That's not how. Pretend
Hit
I'm
me.
okay. Here's. I'm at the door.
Okay.
There's a door in front of you.
Sure. I'm waiting outside for you to knock.
No, you're trick or treating me.
Yeah, I've come up to your house. I'm waiting for you to knock. I'm outside.
I'm not gonna knock. You have to knock on my door. I don't know you're there.
Okay, I go back to my house, close my door, and wait for you to come outside.
I hate you. Why will you not?
Knock, knock, knock.
I turn my lights off. I don't want to give out candy to this year.
Hit me.
This is from Positive Elephant. 88.
Hit me, I yell at the door.
Oh no. The We're Perfect kid is back. Hit me.
Hit me.
This is from Positive Elephant. I know what I want to do on a date. Is this too casual? If I were to go on a date, I'd want to go out on a Monday night for 99-cent chicken wings. I'm guessing my date and I would order 40 wings. 20 for him, 20 for me, with a side of fries. We'll face the TV and watch sports while we eat our wings. Am I big backing it? I don't know what that means. Absolutely. Might sound too expensive to some, too cheap for others, but it's just right for me. Some people might say I don't deserve dinner on a date. That's okay. Yes, I am a woman.
What is this? What is this? I don't like this. What's wrong with this? Is weird.
It's so fucking weird.
What's wrong? It's just, it's a normal thing to do. Why is it such a big deal?
I look, is it too
99
casual?
cent
No.
wings sounds great. Like,
It's a
if they're
perfect
good
date.
wings. Yeah.
Do I want to go and slam 20 wings with you?
Yes.
Absolutely. I could probably not face the TV and watch sports. Like I would like to maybe talk to you if it's a date.
Well, now the Blue Jays are in the World Series and this has become a Blue Jays podcast. Is that over by the time this comes out?
I don't think so. There's like,
Well-
as far as I don't really care about baseball. I know that's going to get me fucking
Okay, well,
quartered.
I'm done.
But the
I'm-
one thing
I'm
I do
out.
know about baseball is that there are about 80 games per game. Every game is broken down into 80 games.
Let's go Blue Jays. I believe
so-
there's 7 games left.
Yeah, but in those 7
Max.
games, there's 80 inside. The season is about 4,000 games. That's all I know about baseball.
You want another question?
Yeah. Wait, what about the wings?
What about them? I don't know what to say to that. Someone just
Is
made
it
a
too
big
casual?
deal. Is it too casual? Was that question? It was a question you were reading?
Is this too casual?
No.
Okay.
Like maybe for some people, that's the thing. Like, look, there is no bar, right? There's no like static bar of like, this is casual, this isn't casual, blah, 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 blah. To some people, I'm sure going to a bar to eat at all is considered like a quite fancy date, regardless of what it is, right? Like some people like takeout is fancy, be it McDonald's or, you know, anything further up the monetary line. For other people, they wouldn't be caught dead in a wing place, especially on a date. So
Especially
I
on
don't think,
Monday, 99-cent chicken wing night.
yeah, I don't think there is a bar So it's just what matters for you and what matters for your partner. Obviously, it doesn't matter for you because this is what you want. Ergo, you need to find someone who has similar values with you as you, and you'll both go and you'll have a great time. So it's not too casual, right? Maybe it will be for fucking Luther money fella. You know what I mean? Or maybe he'll love it because he's finally slumming it with the
He
pores.
he finally gets to like take his like $4,000 cufflinks out, roll up his Armani sleeves, and just get fucking saucy with you.
And the thing is, cufflinks are the bras of the upper class. They can't wait to take them off at the end of a hard day doing nothing.
Oh,
my wrists.
I worked 42,000 times harder than every one of my employees.
And somehow found the time to golf as well. Like, yeah.
And now look at me, covered in barbecued sauce.
How do they barbecue the sauce? Surely it drips through the grate.
These chickened wings are covered in... yeah.
All
I want to do is just fucking slam 99-cent wings now.
Dude, I'm so horny for wings right now.
Yeah.
I asked one of my closest friends and girl I've been crushing on for months, can I be next? Irreversible damage? How badly did I fuck up? Right away when I saw this girl, she was literally the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life, but I wanted to keep things cool and just get to know her as a person, so kept things friendly. Turns out we're so similar in many ways. We're almost the same person. Quickly became very close friends, and she's the best friend I've ever had. After a few months of being close friends, I developed immensely strong and genuine feelings for her. More than I've ever had for another human being, so I worked up the courage to finally ask her out. She said she was flattered and a little shocked. She was seriously considering me, but had to let me know she just started dating someone else who was also a great guy and wanted to see things through with him. Said I understood and respected her choice, but had to take some time away because I had strong feelings for her. But I wanted to stay friends because, again, she's the best friend I ever had. Said she was happy because she felt the same. After a while of being friends, she was telling me more and more about her frustrations and how unhappy she was with this other guy. Already caring about her, still trying to be her friend, but knowing I could make her so much happier. This just made me feel more and more strongly for her. Till one day, I just couldn't keep it anymore. I told her the depth of my feelings for her. She still was only focused on wanting to fix things with the other guy. And that's when I asked the question, can I be next? Not that I didn't want a relationship to work out. I just wanted her to be happy. I respect this, the guy she wants to work things out with, but maybe in a month, a year, 40 years, even if we're live to our 80s and he passed away before both of us, however long it took, if things didn't work out with him for whatever reason, could we try something then? I had fallen for her, and she was and still is the only person I've ever wanted to do life with. I think I already know the answer because nothing's been the same since then. We stopped being friends and also talking to each other. The relationship didn't last much longer, maybe a month, but she still hasn't reached out to me. It's been almost a year, yet she's all I think about every second of every day. I can't even meet new people because all I think about is her. Doesn't matter how beautiful or obsessed with me other girls are. I get bored almost immediately. I still want only her.
It's so easy, man. You go outside, you get your Say Anything boombox, and you play Mr. Biggs to Be With You. Because the chorus is, if you're unfamiliar with the song, I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you'll feel it too. Waited on a line of greens and blues just to be the next to be with you.
Just to say, could I be next? Can I have a turn?
Mom says it's my turn on the girlfriend.
I wonder where this all went wrong. And then I realized he never talked about getting his ticket. When you're waiting in line and you get the ticket, and then when it's done, she's like, 38?
Yeah, the little screen flips to the next number.
Did you not get your ticket, bro?
Did you not get the little... I miss those little things at the fucking deli counter. Now it's lawless chaos.
No, they have them at the butcher's by mine.
Yeah, but it's an old school butcher though, right?
No, it's in a grocery store.
I don't believe you. You're lying to me.
They also have the fish market down the road from me.
You're lying.
Which is really annoying because they don't do it all the time. So sometimes you like grab a ticket and they're like, ugh. And you're like, oh, okay, fuck me, I guess. Other times you're like, hey, and they're like, look at you, and you're like, what? And then they're like, 11. And I'm like, what? Okay, today it's ticket time, I guess.
Yeah, Ticket Tuesday.
Yeah. So yeah, get your ticket because this woman, as you correctly figured out, is just a DMV line, I guess.
Yeah, an amusement park ride.
Yeah, just a thing to.
It's stupid. Look, dude,
line up for.
I'm gonna hit you with the hack. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I've been dating for a long time. I've gone on
boast much.
I've gone on lots of dates. And if you want to have any success, you got to pay for the fast pass. You get the sick little bracelet that goes around you. It glows in the dark, and when a woman sees it, they're like, "Ah, fuck, sorry, Tim. I know we've been together and married with kids for the past 17 years, but Greg does have a fast pass. You're out.
Yeah.
Get these idiot kids away from me."
Yeah, and he gets to skip the 17 men who are like, but maybe when he dies and you're 80?
Maybe when the husband and person that you love dies, I can have a go.
Oh, this question hurts on a physical level.
Yeah. Look, and like I understand what you were going for. I do really get it. But you went about it in like the lamest possible way. Like you went about it in the most pathetic, wheedly way to do it. And
well, also, I think
like,
being offensive.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
I don't necessarily think it was your feelings that drove this woman away. It's the fact that you treated her like she was a product on layaway.
Yeah.
Right. Like you couldn't seem less interested in her as a person and as a human being. And I think that is what the nail in the coffin. It wasn't what you said. It wasn't what you wanted. It was the way that you like were just like, you're a thing that I want that somebody else has. And when that, like, you literally were like treating her like an arcade game that you put a fucking quarter on so that like to claim the next game. It's fucked. You don't do that to a person.
You wanted your turn. You didn't want to be with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so gross. But even then, it's like you're doing like, if I had to write the most stereotypical like sad boy friendship zone bullshit, it would be you. Like, oh, she's my best friend, but I fancy the shit out of her and want the worst for her partner. Like, she talks to me about this guy. Yeah, you're fucking friends, bro. Or well, you should be.
Well, I was excited because like he did the thing that we almost always say, right? Of being like, I have feelings for you. I'm going to take a step back. I do still want to be friends. You know, you do matter to me, but I do need to. I was like, great, this is awesome. This is good. Like that's what you should be doing.
He did it the worst way, where he came back and was like, "Psych, still got him."
Just kidding, you idiot.
Yeah,
joke's on you.
It was
believing
performative,
me,
or I just failed. I don't know. Can I have a turn?
Yeah, and look, I think you've come to a realization. You understand that what you said is bad.
I don't know if they have.
I think he understands that I don't think he understands why, which is where we come in. But I don't think, I think he realizes that like I asked a stupid question that has, and I think you need to do some reflecting. I think you need to understand why it was a stupid question and really get it. I mean, like really understand it.
I'm going to hit you at the end again, just because this illustrates how little that he does get it. I think I already know the answer, because nothing has been the same since that moment. We stopped being friends and talking to each other. She hasn't reached out to me yet. It's almost been a year.
Yeah.
Like he seems like, I don't know. I think I know the answer. I think she doesn't want to give me a turn. It's been a year. We're also not friends and we don't talk.
What I think you need to do is, one, acknowledge you're not going to be with this person, regardless of how it plays out in the future. Who knows if you guys cross paths 20 years from now and you realize that, yeah, let's give it a go, whatever.
Or
you need
80 years when one or two husbands
when she's
have hit the
got dementia and thinks you're her husband and you've broken into her home. You need to accept that. Just be like, this is over. I blew it. I was shitty. I mistreated her, and I had a very toxic view of how women should be treated in regards to their affection and their care and their time. I blew it. I'm never going to be with her. 2, I think you need to apologize to her. And not for your sake, not to reestablish connection, not to do anything other than be like, hey, I realize that I treated you poorly. You were important to me and I betrayed that. I am sorry. And that is what you need to do to make it right for her, not for you, because I don't really give a shit about you in terms of like how you deal with this. That's what
you're the one that made the problem, and you hurt this person. So it's like you helping them is for them, and it shouldn't be for you because again, you're the problem. Yeah,
and then you deal with your issues in therapy. Those are I think the steps that you need to take in order to accomplish your goals.
Yes. And I think you got to like change your views on women. Women aren't like a toy you get to have your turn with. You're not owed them. You'd like to say you're going to make their life better. Why would you make their life better? You can't even treat them like a human being. Like you're literally treating this person like a fucking, like a Nintendo DS that you want to snag off your brother.
Yeah.
So get out of this mindset of like, oh, men suck, but not me. I'm gonna look after you. Like, no, you. If you have something genuine to offer, hopefully people will see that. But like this performative bullshit where you just think other men suck, but you're like God's gift.
Mm-hmm.
You need shit to back that up. And when you can't treat somebody like an actual human being, you don't have that. Right. So change your views. Women are people, bud. Newsflash. And when you're able to start treating them like that, things are going to go better for you. You also need to be able to be honest with yourself and them. So if you have feelings that will, preclude you from being someone's friend, actually take a step away. You know what I mean? Don't be a fake friend who's secretly plotting the downfall of their partner and wants to jump their bones every day. You know what I mean? Because that's not friendship. She's your best friend. She's not. She's your obsession, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's come down to, right? Like you seem to be quite literally infatuated with this person and obsessed to the point where you like are sabotaging your other opportunities because you're so hung up on her.
Yeah.
That's therapy territory. You need to go to therapy. This isn't a how do you get her back? This isn't a,
no, God,
this is that's not what you need to do. What you need to do is realize that like you've kind of like doubled down in two different ways. One, when she wanted to be friends, you were like, no, actually, I'm in love with you, and that's going to be my whole personality. And now that you've quote unquote lost her, and now that she no longer wants to be your friend, now you're doubling down and like playing the pining, unrequited love, heartbroken aspect of it, and still putting her at the center of your
everything.
Worth and your like emotional stability. And she never asked for that. That's not her job. Isn't to be your tether. You have latched your fucking like leash onto her. And that's unfair. So go get therapy.
You need to learn to get over it as well, So change your views on women, get over it, try to be more honest in your next interactions with another woman, and don't like get to this level of obsession because it's not healthy. And go Blue Jays.
So I completely no, never mind. I thought this no, never mind. Ignore me. I was going to do horror stories, but I realized that's for our Patreon episode, and we're not doing it.
I was waiting on that. That's why I was so confused about the question. Because you were like, do you want trick or treat as well? We did this whole thing. So I was waiting on the horror story, and then you were like, sorry. We're doing badly today.
Yeah, this is one of our, if you can't tell, one of our multiple episode record days. This is from No Pickle. I think this is a quick one, but I wanted to talk about it. Only aroused when emotional connection. 25-year-old male. Starting to realize casual sex not for me at all. Feels like putting on a performance and can never fully get hard unless drunk. Have been lacking a true connection as of late, but met a girl recently and sex felt normal again. Because I feel some sort of emotional connection with her. I feel like this is uncommon for men, and I wonder why I'm wired like this.
Well, instead of casual sex, have you tried ranked?
That's it, right? The allure of knowing that like you can get better at it, right? I think a lot of men are stuck in bronze.
Yeah.
And sex doesn't get good until gold.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's like when you start to level up, when people really like, when the first person like clocks you on the leaderboard, like walking around the street, and they're like, oh, wait, are you that guy? You pulled that like 360 no scope, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, when you're like getting off the bus and you have the giant fucking like diamond trail coming off of you and everyone knows that you're just fucking sick at sex.
Yeah, they look at their Google Maps and there's the crown radius and they're like, oh, someone who really fucks is nearby. Look, I think that maybe you need to re-examine your relationship with alcohol.
There's that.
Because that's worrying and upsetting. And I also think it's like, it's a mind thing. If alcohol is curing it, it seems to be that like you have like fear or insecurity or worry, you know what I mean? And maybe it is just that you don't have the comfort of being with someone where feelings are involved or whatever. And I think societally we're meant to just be like boys who fuck whenever, whoever, blah. Yes. But I don't think that's necessarily a true reflection of men in general. You know? And on top of that, it's like, it doesn't really matter if it is or if it isn't. This is a thing that you want. Good for you. That's great. Do that then.
Yeah. I mean, when I was young, sex was sex. I was happy to have it. I could have it on the drop of a hat, whatever. As I got older, I realized that it was like, it really was one of those things where it's like, yeah, I could have sex with this person because I find them hot, but it was just so boring or like it was nothing, right? It felt good, and then like, but there was like no bleh to it. There was no hair,
no cum,
no cum,
no bleh. No. But like, and the thing is, sex isn't just sex, right? Because at the very least, you're going to someone's place, or they're coming to your place, and prior to having sex, you're around each other, and then after sex, you're around each other, and it's like, even if the sex feels good, which it will feel better with someone that you know more and get on with, you still also have these things. So it's like if you're seeing a couple of people, the 3 that you enjoy that pre and post part with are going to be more fun to have sex with than those 4 other people where it's just like a non-event and then you come and that's good. But and that would always happen where it's like if I was seeing like 7 people, it's like some of them would start to fall to the wayside because the 3 people who I like really enjoy spending time with, maybe I don't want to date them, but it's like, I'm not like, oh, they're coming over. Like sex, great. But like, until we get to that point, I'm going to be like, what up? Hey, like if it's someone like they walk in and I'm comfortable and I'm happy and like we get on, the sex is going to be better anyway. But the pre and post and the planning and everything, none of it's going to be a drag. So it's like, dude, like we get it.
Yeah, it's not, and I think Niall is making a very good point when we talk about things like toxic masculinity. You're a victim of it, right? That this is how it affects men, because a lot of people just think it's sort of like a thing that men do to other people and women and people that aren't men. But it's not. It affects us in just as detrimental way in the sense of being like, oh, I don't want to just have sex willy-nilly. I'm not, or I'm not as easily aroused as other men just by like the mention of sex, and I should be ready to have sex at the drop of a hat to anyone who wants it, or whenever I think I'm socially obligated to do it. That's toxic masculinity to a T, right? Like that is classic definition toxic masculinity.
Especially because it's like what you want, but instead you've been trying to do things a different way. And now that you're realizing after multiple times where I'm sure you suffered now, and you're still like, am I even allowed?
Yeah. And
that
it's like
sucks,
you're asking yourself like, oh, why am I wired this way? Surely you must know that everyone has different preferences for anything. Like, let's just zoom out to the macro level of like, not even talking about sex, but that there are some people who like rap, and there are some people who like country, and there are some people who like EDM and not other things. So that we are all wired differently into what we like. We
Pizza
all
toppings.
have different, we all have different preferences. We all have different kinks. We all have different, ways that we study. Like we're all wired differently. So I don't understand why you're having such a hang up of, I mean, I do, because society has told you that men are sexual creatures.
Should realize that it's the same thing.
Boil it down and be like, oh, the way I want to have sex and the way I want to engage in sexual relationships is no different than the fact that I don't want to hang out with racists, or the way that I don't want to spend time with people who only want to watch sports. I'm not interested in sports. So I'm going to have a hard time being friends with people who just want to go to the bar, drink, and watch a game. That's not interesting.
Let's go Blue Jays.
Let's go Blue Jays. So it's like, surely you must know that like how you choose your friends and the way you spend your time with friends is no different than how you choose your sexual partners and how you want to engage with those sexual partners. It's all just how you work. And obviously there are some ways that are problematic, and I'm not saying that every way is okay.
Yes.
But you wanting to be emotionally connected to the person that you want to have sex with is not unheard of. And in fact, it's called being demisexual. If you want to put a label to it, demisexual people are people who like really
that's when you're
are
into Demi Moore.
Well, that's all of us. It's demisexual is sort of like the loose definition is people who require a emotional or intimate connection with someone before they can be aroused. The same way that's like homosexual people are aroused by people of the same sex. It's just what?
I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. It's like, yes, they are.
It's just like that's just like no one looks at like gay people aren't like what? Well, no, actually they do.
Yeah, no,
some people do spiral, but why they're wired that way?
No one looks at that and says there's a problem with that. All of America looks at you.
Yeah.
And again, that's ignorance and socialization and bullshit, right? You know what I mean?
We understand it, right? We understand that, like,
we're starting to.
Yes, it's like
some people,
if you're gay, you just find men attractive, or whatever your gender identity is, and it's like there's no real mystery to it. It's just like you just have a different level of intimacy and sexual orientation. There's no shame in it. There's no harm in it.
You're not lesser by any means. You just got to make sure that you do the things that you make you happy, again, with the caveat that they're not hurting anybody and everyone's consenting and happy, because I feel like we got to put that in every now and then. But like, if this way makes you happy, just do it. Don't do the other bullshit way that you feel like you should, because that is a lie.
And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who would be refreshed to hear you as a man being like, hey, I don't really want to rush into sex. I find it far more enjoyable to get to know someone and be connected with someone before I want to get sexually involved. I have a feeling that's going to play well with a lot of people. I think a lot of people would enjoy that. Are there going to be women who are like, well, I'm actually looking for something a little more no strings attached? Yes, of course.
Mhm.
And that's fine. They're allowed to do that too. It just means
That's
you're not
the thing.
compatible.
Even if you find a woman who's like has an issue with that, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with what you're doing. People have different views. There are people who are scandalized if I want to fuck on date one, and people who are upset if I don't want to fuck on date one. There's always going to be someone out there. What matters is what you want and what you're into and what makes you comfortable and happy and safe.
And investing
That's
in
all
the
that
people
matters.
who are similar,
Mhm.
either in terms of like that's also what they want, or they're okay with that being what you want, right? Because like I've also dated people who have been like, yeah, I don't really want to like rush into sex. I will usually be like, for sure. Do I want to wait until marriage? No, that's not going to play
Yes.
for me. But if you want to like go on a few dates and do a few things and hang out a little bit more before we sleep together, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know, if we go on a first date and I have a blast with you, for sure, I'm going to invest the time in this.
Mhm.
Is it my preferred way to do it? No, but you know, I'm happy to oblige you. So yeah, you're okay. I would say maybe look into things about demisexuals and see if there's something that resonates in there, because I'm sure there is going to be plenty of men who speak specifically on the lived experience of it.
Mhm.
And I think getting information, I think just looking at it as a whole and as a concept and as a sexual orientation, I think would be helpful just to like be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this sounds like me. But I
Mhm.
think also then taking it one step further and either finding a community of men who identify it and speaking on their experiences would also be very helpful, because I think there is something useful about finding someone
Community.
who has a similar lived experience as you, talking about what you're currently kind of like learning about. I think that is
knowing that you're
incredibly
not
useful.
alone is always nice, and just if someone's already trod the path ahead of you, makes it a little easier for you to tread it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it's so important for like younger queer people to have access to queer communities where
100%.
like a trans kid who doesn't have trans parents, no matter how supportive they are,
Mhm.
there's a level of experience that they just don't have. So it's like you could have the most supportive parents in the world, but
Yeah, they're not suddenly going to know everything.
they can't speak on the experience of like growing up
Mhm.
as a trans teen or as a queer teen or whatever. So it's so important for communities, and especially queer communities, to have access to mentors and people who
Mhm.
have the same experience. Because just hearing like someone who's older than you be like, yeah, this is gonna suck now, but once you're in college and you find your people, it's fine.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean the same coming from someone who hasn't lived it. It sounds almost
Yeah.
trite.
It's kind of shitty for someone like, you'll be okay. I never had to deal with it, but whereas like someone who's literally been there, at least they have kind of like the gravitas
Yes,
to back
yeah.
that. They have the honesty, the lived experience. All right, I got one more.
Yeah.
And hit you a quick one. It keeps happening. It's spelled like that. He cheats all the time in my dreams. Why? I'm in a relationship for 2 years now. I can see his sex drive is declining. He is 32, but we love each other and get along well and everything else. We nut twice per week. I know he is faithful, I assume faithful. I can see his location and so on, but these dreams never stop. In my dreams, he's always cheating on me. And this week alone, 3 times in my dream, he cheated on me. Is it normal? Do you guys have similar dreams?
Look, your insecurities are creeping into your dream. You're worried, and unjustly, it sounds like. He seems like he's done nothing to warrant this distrust, but you're insecure. You're worried that, the reduction of, I guess, sex drive. Does it say how long they've been together? It
I
didn't, right?
believe 2 years.
2 years. Okay. You're getting into that comfort territory where spending time and being, the honeymoon phase is starting to wane, and sex will always decline during a relationship. It'll always like diminish from when you were first together. You can't keep your hands off each other, and sort of the tangible success of your relationship is tied to how much sex you're having, because that's kind of like that's the new thing. That's the thing that's binding you. Sex, great. But now you're like becoming partners. You're becoming ingrained in a little bit more than just a sexual experience. So sex will always start to like lower. Seems like you're having, if you're nutting twice a week, that's, it's
I'd love
better.
that. Just such a great way to put it. Like, not like, oh, we have sex. We nut twice a week.
Yeah, this is great.
Cool.
Both of you seem to be enjoying it. So I think my guess is you probably had a lot more sex at the beginning of the relationship. And now that you're not having the same amount of sex, your brain is like, uh-oh, he doesn't find me attractive anymore. Or uh-oh, we're on the verge of breaking up because this change has happened. And it's just your insecurities manifesting.
Yeah, I think it's important to look at what things you gave us to qualify your statement. So the fact that you're talking about a reduction in sex, Dane made the very valid point that that's just a thing that happens. So it's like maybe you need to reorient your own kind of like value system in the relationship where it's like it isn't just, oh, we had sex 3 times, we're good. That doesn't factor in. You could be having sex and hate each other. You could be having sex and cheating on you. You could be having no sex and be totally fine. So don't maybe look at that as a thing, but it also is interesting. You're like, I see his location. I know he's not cheating on me. Maybe that's indicative of how insecure you are, that you need this location and you do check it for this reason. Like this is very clear that this is a thing you're already struggling with. The dreams are just a symptom, not the curse, not the disease. So very clearly you need to deal with this insecurity issue. And I would say maybe take the location off and learn to live without that, because I feel like if you're checking that all the time, that's just going to feed into this. And again, it's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single person who's like, fuck, I want to cheat, but my location's on.
Yeah.
No one's been stopped by that, I don't think, ever.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when anytime anyone takes like preventative cheating measures,
Yeah.
it's like if someone's going to cheat, they're going to do it. They're going to find a way to do it. It's like no one is being deterred from cheating because you've taken X, Y, and Z. Like,
Yeah.
people are shit. If they're going to be shit, they're going to be shit. Like everyone knows that cheating is bad. That should be enough to stop them, right?
That's, yeah.
Like that should be what deters people being like, oh, I'm a piece of shit if I do this.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing, and I'm going to really hurt the person I love, or who loves me at the very least. Yeah. So it's on you. It's your insecurities. It's not a dream. It's not a message. It's not, I really hope you're not one of those people that wakes up and is shitty to your partner, being like, you did it again in my dream, because that sucks. So go to therapy. Think about that. That's the thing. I think therapy obviously is great, but like if you can't get there, or if you don't think you need it, you can still do self-work. You could still like think properly about a problem that you have and work through it a little bit yourself. It's not like there's zero to therapy. You can do work yourself. You can actually consciously think of the problems you have and try to work on them. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. And it's not as much being like, maybe I am insecure, and then just never thinking about it again. You need to think about why. What is bringing this on? What are the triggers? Why would you feel this way? Why do you not trust your partner? Is it you? Is it them? Should you be in a relationship at all right now?
I don't know why people I get it. There's a lot going on and there's a lot of bad things happening, and it is difficult to sort of like understand that you might be part of the problem. And I get that is a hard, but like what you're saying is like, I do that a lot. And I know a lot of people, or, a lot of past partners took it as aloofness of like, when I identify a problem, I don't want to talk about it immediately. I want to see if I'm the problem before I have a conversation with you about the problem, because it doesn't really help if I'm just like, here's the issue. Like if you come up to your boyfriend and be like, you're cheating on me in my dreams, he can't do anything about that. There's nothing he can do about that, right?
Well, why isn't his dream location on?
It's true. Like he could reassure you, right? He could be like, baby, I would never cheat on you. I love you. But like, unless you do that sort of groundwork of being like, oh, I'm insecure, I do need reassurance, I need to hear that he cares about me, and here are the like things that have built up, as we talked about just now. If you don't have that groundwork, if you don't do that sort of self-reflection to know where you stand, you're just gonna fucking sink in a quagmire of like nothing. You're gonna be standing on fucking swamp ground instead of a foundation that's gonna hold you to go forward. So figure it out. Take a second to like really ask yourself hard questions. Be a little rough with yourself.
Yeah.
And really ask yourself put your feet to the fire and ask yourself the questions that you need to discern in order to get better. And if you do get to a point of being like, I acknowledge the problems, but I can't do anything about fixing them, that's when you go to therapy. That's when you get someone who can really help you, give you frameworks, give you, context and work through the things. But like, if you're just being like, I know I'm a piece of shit, or I know I'm being insecure, but it's his problem, not mine, then like, that's your fault. You're not doing the work on a personal level.
100%. Thank you, Josh Eagle and the Harvest Cities, for your song Paper Stars.
You just went right to Josh Eagle. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like I've been almost forgetting lately. I don't want to forget about our sweet boys. I don't know anything about them. They better
We don't
be
know
sweet.
anything about
I'm
them.
worried. Look, Josh Eagle, I'll break it down. I'm worried that one day something's going to come out.
Josh, can you just be cool? Can you just be the coolest guy?
I hope you're cool. I don't know.
I hope you're cool, man.
Yeah,
Fuck,
we
I know
love
what
you
I'm
guys.
doing
Thanks
after
for
this
coming
episode. I'm
by.
Googling
Don't,
Josh.
you can't do it. Thanks for coming by, guys. We appreciate you. Please come support us on Patreon. Help us keep this show going.
You
know what I
almost
mean?
got a Patreon episode. I accidentally almost started. This episode was almost a Patreon episode.
You almost did, yeah.
That's how excited I am for you to join us over on Pillow Talk. I was just about to bust my load, my Patreon load. On the
And it's
main
going to be a
feed.
fun one. Dane has horror stories for us for our spooky October
do.
episode.
I'm gonna keep going with the lore of this weird small town couple that is warning you of the McGillicuddy Ranch. If you want more
we're
of
going
that,
to immediately hop back into that. I just looked up Josh Eagle, Harvest City's problematic, and nothing came up. So
yes, that means we're good.
means we're good. Then I looked up Dane Miller problematic.
Well, there's a list.
Problematically sexy.
Ooh.
Yeah, we love you guys. So please support the podcast in whatever way you can, be that rating, reviewing, sharing, posting about us, interacting with our social media, Patreon, whatever way you want. Tell a nearby bar or production company you want us to do a show in your city and get them to reach out for us, and we'll do it. We love you.
As long as you're not
Mwah.
in America.
Yeah, we're not coming to the States. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
You ready for some bad sex writing?
Yeah.
This is by The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. Minor spoiler, apparently. But Ludmilla never came back. I didn't know it. Glad I didn't. But she was one of the many dead at the foot of the ramp facing Bon Marsh. An explosive bullet hit between her lovely little girl breasts. And apparently,
Gross.
she's 14.
Gross.
Why, like, a little girl was shot by an explosive bullet. And you can't take the time to not bring her underage breasts into it?
You could have said chest, man. You could have just said
Just a
chest.
Yeah. And Achilles was shot just below his man penis. You didn't say that, did you, Homer?
Did Homer write this?
No, I don't. I hope not.
You should know. You study classics.
Yeah, but this is new.
True. This is a new Homer just dropped.
New Homer just dropped, and it's real creepy.
My name is Dave Miller,
And I'm Niall Spain.
and we've been your fuck buddies.